Well, before I say anything, before I introduce you to this episode, I should start by apologizing sincerely for keeping you waiting for so long for this particular episode of the Off Air podcast series. This it should have been delivered a week after our pilot episode, and as I had actually promised on that episode, unfortunately, sometimes life gets in the way of life, and we end up not being able to do the things we wish to do or we had planned to do. So please accept my humble apology. We promised to deliver weekly episodes, but it looks now as if we are delivering monthly episodes instead. So I'm really sorry in that regard, and I hope that going forward this won't happen again. And please accept my humble apology. As already indicated, this is the second episode of the Off Air podcast series. Welcome to it, and thank you so much for making time to listen once again, despite all these delays that we've been experiencing. You would remember in our previous episode, I expressed my fear of running out of English bundles. So I took some time to beef up my English vocabulary. I can now safely announce that I'm ready to do this. That fear of running out is completely gone. I have now what I refer to as unlimited English bundles. Yeah. So I don't have to worry about running out. When a person is running on unlimited English bundles, it's when they communicate, when they speak English not for communication purposes but to show off. All of us know someone out there who doesn't speak the language for communication but to show off how many bombastic words they know. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, listen to this clip.
I can describe the situation at the University of Zambia as a quagmire. We are in limbo where the issue of salaries is concerned. I must state that as a labor movement, we do not take pleasure in issuing media statements. Neither do we practice pomposity, hyperbolic, or braggadocio. But when things go worse, we get compelled. As at now, as I'm speaking, the University of Zambia employees have not gotten their July salaries. And if the situation is left unattended to, allow me to speak like a prophet that I foresee a situation called industrial conundrum, which can cause industrial dichotomy, and industrial dichotomy can cause industrial pandemonium. Industrial pandemonium can lead to industrial catastrophe. Hence, there is need to look into this matter perspicaciously in order to maintain industrial tranquility at the institution. As per earlier resolutions, UNZAO General Membership resolved to be going on go slow every month if salaries are not paid on or before 30th. And today is second. People did not even attend the agricultural show because of not getting their salaries. It has even become, cultural, habitual, or idiosyncratical to get salaries at any time.
when your favorite book is the dictionary, these are the kinds of statements you make in public. You're showing off that when you are bored, you page through the dictionary trying to find words you're going to mention or you're going to put in your next statement. So you can tell this is a kind of guy who is running on unlimited English bundles. He is not about to run out any time, just out there showing off, speaking the kind of English that is usually in your mind but can't come out of your mouth when you need it. In our mouth, in our minds, in our minds, we tend to create statements, but when it's time to utter them out, they just can't come out of our mouths. And apparently, I am told that one of the reasons why we run out of words is because we do stuff with our mouths which we are not supposed to do. Stuff we're not supposed to do with our mouths. And to a point where a sitting African president had to issue out a serious warning. Just take a listen.
Since Western societies do not appreciate politeness, let me take this opportunity to warn our people publicly about the wrong practices indulged in and promoted by some of the outsiders. One of them is what they call oral sex. The mouth is for eating. Okuria, cham. The mouth is for eating, not for sex. We know the address of sex. We know where sex is.
His Excellency, the Honorable Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the sitting president of Uganda. Not mincing his words there. The mouth is for eating. Okuria cham. The mouth is for eating. What are you guys doing with your mouth? I've been wondering ever since I saw that video on social media. I've been wondering, what is it that the Ugandans were doing to get to a point where they annoy a president to issue out a statement and remind them that their mouth is for eating. Okuria cham. In the words of the Honorable His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the sitting president of Uganda. The mouth is for eating. Remember that, in the previous episode, I also delivered what I refer to as the State of the Nation's Relationships Address. I know some of you don't want to hear this, but I have to say it. So basically, I told you what you already know, and I was basically saying we are not doing well as a country, relationship-wise. And as if that was not enough from the previous episode, just a week or so ago, our songbird, Miss Lira, announced on social media that she is separating from her husband. These are the kinds of stories that I'm talking about. And just a few weeks prior to that, there was a Shomla Dandala who took over social media by storm when he exposed his family friend, some guy called Chiskop something, who apparently did more than just visiting Shomla's family. It is alleged that he was also sleeping in Shomla's bed. So we don't know that, but all I know is that it just keeps getting worse, man. If you follow these kinds of things, I take a keen interest on these kinds of things. So they worry me. It seems like it keeps getting worse. And usually, when things are not going well, when things are going south, we tend to look to our elders for direction and inspiration or motivation or hope. So I saw a video of an old man being asked to choose between two options. Now, he was given option A. Now, his option A was that he stays with his wife for the rest of his life. And option B, well, we will never know what option B was, because the guy made his decision before option B was actually articulated or announced. So we will never know what option B was, but he made his decision before that. Just listen carefully here.
You have two options. Option A is to stay with your wife for the rest of your life. Option B.
B. I choose B.
So this Madala here chose option B without knowing what it was. Just because option A was that he would spend the rest of his life with his wife. Is there, when I saw this clip, I asked myself, is there any hope for us out there? One can only wonder, is there any hope for us out there? If this is how old people feel about spending their the rest of their remaining days with their loved ones, is there any hope for us?
You have two options. Option A is to stay with your wife for the rest of your life. Option B.
B. I choose B.
So there are a couple of serious issues that I have noted from social media over the past couple of weeks. Allow me to talk about this one in particular. It's the unemployment rate in our country, South Africa. On the 30th of July, it was reported that our unemployment rate has skyrocketed to a hefty 29%, which apparently is the highest unemployment rate we have seen since 2003. If you think about that, that's some serious, scary statistics. All of us, we've reached a point where all of us know someone or some people who should be economically active, but they are unemployed. And that's a worry for a country where the majority of the people are the youth. It's really worrying. I was thinking the other day that we can try all we want to help our loved ones find jobs and all that, but I think we've reached the stage where we need to create these jobs. We should not look at particular institutions or the government to create. We should be the ones creating these jobs instead of looking for them, because we can look all we want for these jobs. They're just not there. They're not there. And you look at the role of technology these days, the manner in which machines are replacing people. Technology is good, but at the same time, we are losing jobs because of that. And my view is that we should be the ones creating these jobs instead of looking for them. I know it sounds much easier said than done. I don't have solutions, but I feel I just felt on this episode I should just talk about this because it's something that's bothering me. In the first quarter, we lost a significant number of jobs. In the second quarter, we lost a number of jobs again. So our unemployment is just it's growing exponentially, and we should be worried. We should be worried because unemployment does not only affect the people who are unemployed; it also affects all of us. Even those who are employed, because now you have to shoulder the burden of those who are not employed. So we need solutions. I'm sorry I had to talk about this one. It's just something that has been close to my heart for quite some time. So I just had to mention it. We need to find solutions out there. We need to find solutions. It's not looking good at all. It's not looking good. So let's try to find solutions. Maybe we need some divine intervention for our problems as a country. And it shouldn't be too difficult because we are a religious nation. We are known to be a very religious nation. We should try and pray for our problems to go our way. But I got worried in the past couple of weeks when I saw a video of Jesus in Kenya, and I'm thinking, we are out here busy sending our prayers to heaven, praying for some divine intervention. Kanti, the Son of Man is busy gallivanting in the streets of Kenya. There was even a parade or a convoy where they paraded him in a black sedan, the people shouting and screaming at Jesus. We are out here busy sending prayers to heaven. The man is having a nice time there in Kenya, and our problems keep on piling up and piling up. Jesus is out there having a great time of his life with our brothers and sisters in Kenya. Unfortunately, that's all we've had time for in this week's episode of the Off-Air podcast series. This has been episode 2, and thank you so much once again for making time to listen to this episode. I am Tobegani, and I really appreciate your time. We do this again next week, and that is a promise this time around. Till then, stay blessed and stay safe, and remember, the mouth is for eating. I'm out.
What happened was disheartening, disturbing, exasperating, phantasmagoria, and indeed flabbergasting. It is un-Zambian, and it is not what is expected of any political party. Politics is not about enmity. It is about competition. Where are we going as a nation? We are exasperated. And as FODEP, we have no kind words to the both parties, but to expostulate against violence. To expostulate against violence. You cannot win the confidence of the people through violence. I've never seen a political party which has won confidence of the people through hooliganism. And we are expostulating that. People are full of pugnacity, pontificating, okay, which is very, very unfortunate. I foresee a situation where this violence will grow enigmatically, and it has even grown, actually, where cadres, people who even start attacking patients in hospitals. We are urging political party leaders at all levels or organs to instill, inculcate, and indoctrinate their members against violence and preach peace. That way they are going to win the confidence of the people. They are going to win the confidence of the people. Because if that is not happened, I'm worried. I foresee what I can describe as a political and civil imbroglio. Political